Hey guys, welcome to the weekly oracle. Today we are reading for the 5th of November, for the week of the 5th of November, 2017. Oh my God, it's like November already. How freaking crazy is that? I'm just sitting here, watching my cat because he's like trying to decide what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't stop meowing right now. It's like he's crazy. Anyway, so my name's Chloe, and this is my Mama Heart Space, and this is, you guys are basically in my office with my art. This is my mini art gallery, and it's amazing to be surrounded all by my recent artworks, and so excited that some of them are going to new homes, and the one that's directly behind me is going to a new home this week, tomorrow actually, so I'm a little sad about taking him to his new home, but I'm happy because I'm so glad that my art's going to be out in the world. I don't need to keep it all for myself. It needs to go to new homes. So if you're interested in purchasing any of my artwork, these two are up for sale. If you would like to put in an offer, I'm literally like, you give me an offer, and if it feels aligned, then I will say yes to it. So that's how my artwork's going to new homes. Anyway, so let's get into the weekly oracle. So over on Facebook, I have been putting up you can pick what like oracle deck you think that I should work with for the day. And I thought it was really interesting because I felt drawn to one of them. I ended up putting up two different ones to see, who wanted to pick what. And it was funny because the one that I was drawn to, like complete resounding yes to it. So we've got, these are the two that I put up. And the winner is the Gospel of Aradia. I am only just getting into knowing and learning and working with this deck, but it feels particularly aligned for this energy that is coming up right now. So, this is my cat. Russia, what are you doing? Come here. Hey. Come here. Come on. Oh, I'm going to have trouble with that one today. I'm sure of it. All right. So the energy right now is building for this one, for this energy, and for maybe perhaps healing around this energy globally. So I thought it was really interesting that this is coming up to be acknowledged and worked with. I'm really excited actually for November. Like, yes, there's going to be some challenges at the second half of November, and it's going to be something that we'll get through together. We will all get through it together. But 2 weeks, we've got some pretty amazing, powerful energy. I'm really, really bloody excited. So I'm going to be working with the Gospel of Aradia by Stacey DeMarco. I'm also going to be working with the Light Language Oracle, which is my deck, because I love to always get its perspective, and I'm getting used to working with it and getting it used to being out there and being being part of the collective, because I've held on to it so long. It's been part of my life just for me for 5 years, and so now it's about me bringing it out into the world for people. And then afterwards, we're going to be pulling inspiration cards. So yeah. All right, so let's get into it. So I'll mainly pull the cards from the Aradia deck. And it's so little, like it's really quiet. There's not heaps of cards in it. I don't know how many are actually in it. It's not done by numbers, but it's quite small. So that's the difference between the Aradia deck and my deck. It's quite a large amount of difference there. So it's a quite small deck, and if you want a deck that's really like little, and it feels so exact in its energy, like it's very to the point. Yeah, like I said, I'm still getting used to it. I must do like a review on Oracle decks at some point, because I've got a few that I've been working with for years, and some that I've bought and they're still sitting there, and I'm going, waiting for the right energy, I guess, or the right person. All right, so guidance for the week ahead, please. And I always feel like with this one to shuffle it in a different manner. Like it's like I need to stack it rather than like go fast with it. And Yeah, it's weird in a good way. All right. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. We need to go. All right. Okay. Alrighty. So tomorrow is Saturday the 4th, and I believe that is the full moon in Taurus. And so that energy is playing a huge effects on this week ahead. So, all right. So beginning of the week, we have dreams and no, it's pretty sure majority of this is in like, they've got Latin in it as well. I think I'm going to just put it there. You guys can have a look at it. But I'm interpreting this as strategy, or as in battle strategy. So with this, we've got two things. It's like our dreams are really coming up and talking to us a lot lately, and are bringing like really useful information, really useful insights, really quite helpful. In fact, like I've had a few dreams in the last like week or two where it's been like, one was like, oh, you know, here's a job offer, or here's this coming up, or whatever. And I'm going, oh. And then a few days later it's happening, or even that day it's happening. So the other night I dreamt of a field of wheat, and then I saw it and I drove past the exact field of wheat that I had dreamt, and I had never seen it before. So it was like that's how they're trying to come through. And our dreams right now, and they're saying like in particular over the full moon, are really supportive to us moving forward. They're trying to give us guidance through them so that we can create strategy for our life. This is the perfect time to start to anchor in how you're going to do things, or how the universe is asking you to do things, because that's the thing. It's like half the time for us, it's not always that we are like, it's like we want to manifest things, but we go, oh, how do I do it, sort of thing. Well, the universe is trying to give you the how this week. So you know, take inspired action this way, or take inspired that way, you know, or be still and we're gonna bring it to you, or, you know, they're giving us the strategy, and they're trying, most of the messages are going to come through your dreams. All right, so I should have done this before, but I'm going to pull the cards over the top as well. Okay. So included in that, we've got the DNA, the karmic DNA healer. This is very ancestral energy that's coming through, and earthy ancestral. So there's healing over this full moon around the ancestor lives, the past lines, past life lines, and also directly linked into the family. So if you feel drawn to be with your family or connected with your family, and I feel like November is going to be that month where we are drawn and called to be a part of our tribe and a part of our blood family in particular. So if you feel that calling to be with your family, trust that is a part of the energy right now. There is healing going around on and in and around that right now. And so they're asking you to do that. You might even find that perhaps maybe an elder in your family has good wisdom to help you and support you with the strategies that you need moving forward. Okay, so middle of the week we have taboo and the hedge. And then we've also got Nathaniel. I love this card. This is Starseed and Divine Masculine. He has such good energy, and it's such, to me, is such a healed version of the Divine Masculine. This is like an operating on a pure Divine Masculine kind of wavelength. So I'm just going to look up, because like I said, I've only just started working with these, and the hedge card I don't know about. Taboo is pretty like straightforward. So this is talking about things that perhaps maybe in society were not something that we would normally talk about, that we didn't want to talk about, or it's like, I love how when you flip it open and it lands right on the page that you need. All right. Okay, this is about boundaries and having healthy boundaries as acts of positive self-love. Our plant allies can heal and nourish us, and this is also talking about plant medicine. Okay, interesting. Oh my gosh, my phone is like going off crazy today. All right, so we've got taboo and the hedge. So I think for a lot of this, it may be overcoming taboo around plant medicine and you know, creating perhaps healthy boundaries in your life around what you're putting in your body or how you connect with your body, building, maybe it could even be like a homeopathic work, doing that with your body. And in particular for a lot of women, this is like connecting you with, perhaps maybe it's time to try things around plant medicine to heal or to work through your monthly flow, to help you with your moon flow and help to give it some support. It could be even that maybe you're lacking in vitamins and minerals, and that's why you're having issues with it, or that it's out of whack, or it's not operating in the timing that you need. And yeah, there's just general support around that. So I'm also hearing like this is time now for a lot of us to start working on boundaries that perhaps maybe, you felt bad for having boundaries when you're, say for instance, like you're in my line of work and you feel bad for putting up boundaries because you feel like you need to help everybody, or in your own life you feel like you need to help everyone around you because they keep coming to you for help, and you're going, well, I can't turn them away. Like I don't want to turn them away because I don't want to hurt their feelings and they need support. And but at the same time you're going, well, I don't feel joyful about this and I don't feel quite happy about doing it, but I'm doing it because I feel like I need to do it. And so this is helping you to see where the boundaries are around you supporting others, so that you can give better self-love and support to yourself. With this is also around action taking. So whenever the masculine comes up, it's like that active energy. So this is saying, this is about how to set boundaries of where you will take action or how you will take action. So they're wanting to support that. It's also around protection, divine protection. What is and isn't the right sort of protection. Because I've found personally, this is something that I've recently personally found, is that I'm really torn between being super protected and all walls up and all barricaded in versus extreme vulnerability. But then I feel either attacked or feel, like too open to the point where it's too raw and uncomfortable. And it's like, there needs to be some version of balance to that, and trying to find that balance. And perhaps maybe the middle of that week, that's where that balance is coming. It's like, we don't have to, in fact, it's really important that we're not completely all armored up and completely shielded all the time, because that vulnerability aspects allows us to receive. That's so important for the divine feminine to know, is that, and in men and women, to have that space where we can be vulnerable but feel safe. So it's finding that balance between vulnerability and safety, and feeling safe to be vulnerable in a way that is supportive, and it doesn't lead you down a path where you end up feeling, I can't deal with it all, sort of thing. So we want to find balance between that. We don't, perhaps maybe it's time for you to come out about things that are taboo, and that you want to talk about those things. Perhaps maybe it's going to be the perfect time in the middle of the week for us to have those conversations, in particular with women. It could be around union and when you're on your moon flow. And that's just the one that keeps popping up in my brain. So it's like, maybe that's what it's all about. It's about bringing that union together during, or how to work and operate through moon flow and connect with the divine masculine in a way that may seem like taboo, however, is supportive and nourishing to both, if that makes sense. It could be a multitude of different things. They also, like, they keep dropping into my head. It's about also, this was an old way of doing things, and it was something that we as women used to do all the time, about taking herbs to prevent or bring on your moon flow to prevent a pregnancy. So it's like super early abortion, but yeah, from a natural perspective, it's something that a lot of women used to do back in the ancient times. So it was like a way of safeguarding families. You know, it wasn't just about, you know, oh, I didn't want to have a baby, and no, it's not selfish. No, it's not selfish. So it's about helping you to find that, you know, find your ways through those things as well. It's, you know, having those conversations. Granted, if that child came along anyway, you would know that it was for a divine reason, and you would trust that. But, you know, you're allowed to have those things in place. You know, this is how it has been forever. And we as physical humans, we should be allowed to make those choices. And the divine will intervene if it is not, that is not how it's supposed to be. Like, we always know that it will always come for the highest and greatest good. It will always happen for the right reasons. So it's around, you know, perhaps even talking like natural fertility, like working with natural fertility. I'm just like listening, and they're like bringing in like random things. Not really, they're all completely interconnected with the divine masculine and feminine union. Yeah, natural conception, or like natural protection, so that you're not on a pill and you don't have to take hormones, so that you're like, you know, you're tricking your body into going, hey, you know, we're not doing this sort of thing. It's about you finding a natural way to work through that. And I think that that's something really beautiful and something we should start talking about more. All right. So moving on to the end of the week, we have resistance. And it's funny, we've got two spears, like this is feeling like this week is going to be very like warrior based, very like, yeah, like standing. It's like the masculine is standing guard, or the divine feminine is in her warrior power this week. I love that I've got my wolf up here, because she is just so like my warrior powerhouse guide. So there is resistance, and then we've got the feminine. Okay. Oh, it's really hard to get the light right in here. The feminine. And then we've got Ishtar, which is mother, maiden, crone cycles. All right. So between these three, like these two, obviously they go hand in hand. It's the feminine energy going through her cycles, moving from one stage to the next. But this card here is telling me that there is some, and both of them will reverse when I put them down. So what I'm going to say is there's going to be two pathways here. We have either extreme resistance around moving from one stage to the next, which is really important that we learn to go with the flow and move with the flow. But the other one is that it is extreme ease, like just completely and utterly moving through. Can you guys see that? That is going super golden. The light is making that look really gold. It's really beautiful. But when I see the spear, I feel like this is like a real like penetration feeling. So it's like penetrating through your energy completely. It's like cutting through. Yeah. Okay. Now they're bringing in the analogy of the knife. So it's like completely cutting through the energy that was, and causing you to shift through, regardless of whether or not you're resistant to it or if you're open to it. It is going to cut through and make the shift happen. I'm not sure what the planets are doing at that point. I would love to know. So if you're into astrology, or if you have any connection in with astrology, because I do all of this by intuitive feeling, and through my body will give me a little pain or a little nudge or a little something, where it like tells me that way. That's how I respond. That's how I receive my messages and like connect. So I don't know about the planets other than like going, yep, there's a full moon coming and I can feel it building and I can see it building outside. I don't know the planets. I'm not a planety person. I'm a feely person. I'm you know, connect with my feelings. So this to me is saying that we're really cutting through this right now. It's like the cord is cut, the umbilical cord is cut. That's what they're showing me. Umbilical cord is being cut, and you're being released into this next phase, and you have no choice. This is happening regardless of you wanting to or not. The universe is saying this is what must be. And regardless of your fears, your worries, this is where it must start to happen. So they're showing me Saturday evening, Sunday morning, the end of the week. In particular, that's when that energy is going to be at its peak. Okay. So I'm just asked for an overall card for the week. Seeing as it's thrown it on the ground, we'll go with that one. All right. All righty. We've got Goddess Wadjet, and she showed up actually in the monthly oracle. And I think she showed up she was third week for November. But Goddess Wadjet is the snake goddess, and she is about letting go, new realities, and change. This is what is completely aligned with the end of that week. It's like we've got these changes that are coming through that are fast paced, that we have no choice, we have to let go, we have to let it happen, regardless of our fears, because when the snake comes up, so many people have a fear of a snake, and I know I have in the past, and I'm, it comes and goes. I think it's one of those things where, when you need its medicine the most, that's when the fear builds the most. But so when I look at her, it's like she's saying, look, regardless of how scary this seems, or how full on it seems, or how much you don't want to face it, and you don't want to, you just want to sit and ignore it. It's one of those things that you have to go through to get through and to get onto that next point. It can be really positive. This could be a seriously positive thing, but you just have to let go of what has been. So this could mean, like for instance, for me, Monday, my husband is starting a new job, which means that I have to let go of how my life has been operating for the last few months and the last couple of years, because he's been in like non-stable work for the last few years. So this is about creating a new reality and trusting that it's going to be okay, and that it's going to support us in a better way. So this is like, for us, it's moving from one stage of abundance, which then also means that we're not going to have the same structure, but it's okay to let go and move through it. Like, it's going to be all right. And in fact, it's going to be better than all right. It gives the right amount of balance. So this is so important right now, that you let go, you let the flow happen, to not fear it and not to put judgment on it, but just let it unfold until it's completely and utterly ready for you to go, oh, that's what happened. So just really trust that process. Even if the fear comes, it's like, what is it? Courage is having fear, but doing it anyway. I think that's the right quote. That's what's coming to mind. So it's, having courage is having fear, but doing it anyway, right? So that's our overall message for the week. And then I'm going to pull out our inspiration cards. So please tell me below I think there's a comment box, and you can comment there if you want to. I'm yet to get it to work properly on my end, but please make sure you tell me what card you pick, and does it align with you, or does it feel good to you, or does it support you, and then get back to me each week. I love hearing did it align with you, did it resonate with you, did the week's energies resonate? All right, so got our soul-fueled inspiration cards. If you would like to find a copy of this deck, I don't know if they're still printing them or not, but you can go and contact Bliss Inventive, and Nikki from Bliss Inventive created these soul-fueled inspiration cards, and I really dig this. This is the best soul hit of inspiration. I've got another deck of inspiration cards that I don't like as much, but they're pretty good. They're by Miranda Kerr. But I'm constantly on the lookout now for some new inspiration decks, because I never used to like them. I always thought they were kind of naff and a bit meh. But the more I move into my journey, I think, you know what, actually these are so supportive to me. Completely supportive. Maybe I'll make my own deck at some point. Maybe I'll do my own inspiration cards at some point. We'll see. But yeah, I love this deck. It's like literally up there in one of my favorite decks. Okay. All right. So pick a number. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll do an overall one for everyone as well. So 1, 2, 3, and you can pick more than. Okay, that's 1. One, 2. Can I have number 2, please? 2. And 3. And another one for everyone. One just jumped out and it just jumped back in again. So okay. All right. So we've got the very first one is, so number 1s. I like this actually. So they also do, Bliss Inventive does a calendar every year. And this year I bought their calendar as well. And this is actually the one for the month. And I love that I get to like talk about it again. All right, so number 1s, you've got, you are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. I like that. I think maybe sometimes we always need a like kind of a reminder that we are that instead of listening to that voice in our head that constantly says, hey, you know, you're not good enough, or come on, you can do better, or because it's funny, like my little voice in my head used to say to me, you know, oh, you're not worthy, you're not good enough, sort of thing. That was what it was. Now my little voice in my head always pushes and pushes and pushes and says, do better, do better, do better, do better. And that's like, then it moves into this perfectionist mode of ego. Like, it's like, you've got to get it perfect, you got to get it perfect, you got to get it perfect. That's that thought process that happens for me. So this is like, to me, this is like a reminder that to let go of that little voice and just know that, you know, you have good abilities, you are, you know, that you're intelligent, that you are beautiful, gorgeous, and fabulous, and that you don't have to try so hard, or you don't have to push so hard. They just want you to be you. And in a really simple version of what they're saying here is to just be you. Okay. All right. So, oh yes, I love when this card comes up. This is like my favorite one for people. I love this card. All right. So number 2, get ready for it. You are here for a reason. Okay. You are here for a reason. How freaking powerful is that? You are here to make shifts in this world. You are here to love somebody deeply in this world. You are here to love yourself deeply. You are here to create a wave of change. You are here to shine your light. Whatever the reason may be, there is a reason why you're here. And they've just brought in that some of you may have experienced like near-death experiences, and you're going like, what am I doing here? Why am I still here? Or some of you might really deal with like maybe suicidal thoughts, or maybe you really deal with like that negative Nancy thought around, you know, oh, you know, why do I even bother? Why am I even here? Like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter why I'm here, sort of thing. Well, it does. You're here for a reason. You have a purpose. Find it. Ask them. Ask the universe, show me my purpose, or show me the road to finding my purpose. The more and more I delve into trying to work out why I'm here, the more they unveil it. Some days it's different to others. Sometimes my purpose is to just, you know, to love my kids, and that's my purpose for the day. Sometimes my overall reason for being here is just to be me and shine my light, regardless of what that looks like. You are here for a reason, okay? Seek it. Find your reason this week. Ask the universe. This is the week to receive that energy, to understand it, to find out what it is, or what it might look like, or how it might feel. That's what they're trying to bring through for you this week, number 2. Okay. All right. Number 3, we have own your radiant, sexy, badass self. This was the inspiration for the month of November, so I love that it's popped up again. Oh, I love it. Own who you are. I feel like you've moved past the version of like trying to find yourself and trying to work out what you're doing here. This is, you know who you are, you know why you're here, but perhaps maybe you need a big kick up the bum to get your shit together and own it. Okay? They're asking you to step up now. Stop waiting, stop hesitating. Just get out there, own it, do the work, be the light, be you, and own it completely. Okay, so final card, final inspiration for all of us, all together. I love it. Every time I see this, I'm like, oh, this is so vibrant and so, my heart is so excited. All right, so zing, your energy is dazzling. We are, I didn't even notice before, there's little love hearts on the cards. This is a feel-good week, right? There are going to be things that you have to overcome. There's always going to be stuff you have to overcome. But this week, the energy, and especially like those of you that are like earth signs, the energy on earth is like prime for you to like shine and to be joyful and find your joy and operate completely in this absolute light where it shines completely from your heart, from your face. You are beautiful, and it shows when you access that, right? Your energy is so magnetic this week. Embrace it. Use that to your ability right now. Use it to draw in the right people or draw in the next step for you, or to connect with the universe and be that magnet where you just draw in what you're supposed to be doing or where you're supposed to be going or how you're supposed to be in this world, to show you why you're here, that you're brilliant, and that you are here to own that energy completely. So know that you are absolutely dazzling and you should embrace that this week. All right. So that is the energy for the week. Thanks, guys, that joined me here live this morning. Sending you big love and big hugs. I can't wait to see who was here watching live. So please let me know that you've watched it live, and I'm so grateful for you being here live. I'm actually looking at holding a competition soon to get you guys so you can get a free reading from me. And I'm going to do that through YouTube because I'm really digging being here on YouTube. And I am doing more lives over on Facebook, but that's kind of more topic lives on Facebook. I like to do the weekly oracle here. This is like my home base for the weekly oracle. So please, if you want to join me again, I'm hoping I'll be here this time next week on Friday. Ash is starting his job on Monday, so he'll get his roster there, and we'll kind of know what the weeks are going to look like from now on. So I'm really, really, really excited. It's going to be fantastic. Keep an eye out on my Instagram and on my Facebook. That's where I'm putting up pictures of my artwork as it's developing and coming about. And at the moment, I'm going to go paint some butterflies, some beautiful blue butterflies, connecting with my high priestess Lemurian, and she is just, oh my God, stunning. I'm so excited about her. If you would like, if you can't support me in a way that, like by purchasing a reading or an artwork, I really appreciate if you share and like my videos, in particular sharing, because when you share, that helps to reach further and helps me to reach other people, whereas likes are awesome and they do help, but the algorithms on social media, sharing is going to help much, much, much more. So if you love what you see and you love what I'm doing, please share my artwork, my videos. It is such a huge help. And if you're here on YouTube watching this, please subscribe to my channel, and then you can be here with me each week. So big love to you all. Want to book a reading with me? Please send me an email to mamaheartspace@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with the most recent dates and times. And what else is going on at this stage? Well, at this stage, I'm just painting. I have a canvas down there ready to go after the Lemurian is finished. It doesn't have anyone connected to it, so either I will be channeling whatever comes through, or if you want to purchase it, you can contact me and we can do, just you make an offer for an amount, and I will do my best to do that and create a piece for you around, you know, make an offer. I'm happy to for people to make an offer, and I will see what the universe, like, you know, where it leads me. I'm happy to do that. I think that's, you know, it's powerful. All right, guys, thanks for joining me so much. And I will be back Friday a week from now. And if you haven't checked out the monthly oracle, it has all of the energy coming through for the week ahead. And I cannot wait to see where the universe is taking us. This is going to be a fantastic, challenging, powerful month. And if you think last month was full on, this month is going to be even more full on, in the best way possible. And December is going to be even more than November and October. So it's going to be very interesting, powerful week ahead. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, and I will see you all at the next weekly oracle.